Hello everyone, I am Seamus, and on this channel I do book reviews and reviews of other products. Today we're going to be taking a philosophical journey through the day with this, Breakfast with Socrates by Robert Rowland Smith. Now this book has 18 chapters, but I'm only going to discuss three particular chapters that I like. This book will definitely get you to think. It provides a deep cognitive philosophical aspect of your existence, your day, your waking life, or even your dreaming life. The first part I'll talk about is the chapter on waking up. Now, what do you think it means to wake up? From what are we actually waking up? You know, when you go to sleep at night, there is that period where time seems to go by like that, or time doesn't even seem to exist. You transcend those dimensions, so to speak, which we will get into here shortly. But when you wake up, you're beginning your day. You're starting anew. You are about to embark on another series of thoughts, ideas, actions, goals to achieve, steps to achieve goals, so to speak. You, upon waking up, you will embark in another chapter, begin another chapter in your daily life. Or do we really transcend dimensions upon waking up? I believe so, because when we start our day, when we open our eyes, when we yawn, when we stretch, when we get out of bed, we cross over from one plane of consciousness to another plane of consciousness. And from the first plane of consciousness to which I refer is that state of unconsciousness that we call sleep. Even dreaming. So to wake up is to cross over into basically a new set of experiences, a new plane of existence or consciousness, so to speak. To wake up, in my opinion, is to begin anew, to start a new day, to plan and carry out whatever it is, you know, that you need to do. And so we come to another question upon waking up. One that the author goes into detail in this book here. You know, what does it really mean to be awake? What does it really mean to wake up? Well, there are a lot of different viewpoints on that subject. You know, one could say that to wake up is to arise to a level of awareness that is higher than one was at previously. Learning truth, so to speak. That can be a form of waking up. To be awake, to be conscious, to be aware, is to think, to be. You know, the author refers to the philosopher Rene Descartes, and I agree with that. In that, you know, to think is to be. You know, I think, therefore I am. A lot of you have heard that and read that, I am sure. You know, to be alive, to be awake, is to be conscious, is to think, to be aware, to utilize one's brain, one's mental faculties, to maneuver through existence, to go through one's day-to-day life. So waking up in that aspect, to me, is also symbolic of, you know, awareness. Also a different layer of consciousness, which is very fascinating. The second part, the second chapter, I would like to discuss, though it's not in chronological order in the book, is called reading a book. Reading a book is definitely a workout for the mind, because you see words on pages, you see images on paper, or on a screen if you're reading on your computer or on your phone. You see words within a fixed boundary, and those words bring images to your mind. And the mind works to try and formulate those images, to try and make sense out of them, in order to get you to understand the message or the images that are portrayed in the book. You know, for books with pictures, you know, the images bring to mind that which you have already seen, or that which doesn't, you know, exist in the physical universe, but exists subjectively in the mind only. You know, like unicorns or Bigfoot, things like that. You know, but a book is definitely a workout for the mind. So a book is a transition of words to images in the minds of those who behold the letters on each page. As they scroll down the page, they see these groups of letters, and then images form in their mind of what the words on the pages represent. But of course, that is subject to interpretation. You know, a lot of people have different viewpoints. You know, it can mean, you know, a message could have different meanings. One person could interpret a message one way, you know, another person another way. So in that sense, you know, it's open to interpretation. But there are those books, meanings that have specific interpretations in mind. You know, authorial intent, for those who are familiar with that concept. You know, the author of a book has a meaning in mind, and that author portrays that meaning through groups of letters, groups of words, which form images in the mind of the reader. First originating in the mind of the author, put down on paper, and bam, into the mind of the reader, to understand the message that has been put forth. Books are, in that aspect, conducive to cognitive function, for the simple fact that it gets your brain working. It gets those cogs moving. It gets you to think, to see. Get you to utilize that brain of yours. The third chapter that I would like to discuss is falling asleep and dreaming. When it's time to go to bed, whatever time, you know, one normally, or whatever time you normally go to bed, you know, people have different schedules. You have your night owls, and you have your people who are up during the daytime. But when you end the day is when you prepare to go to sleep. You know, all of the day's activities are processed in one's mind throughout the day, and then as one goes to sleep, you know, that person could contemplate the events that have transpired throughout the day, or that individual may want to forget what happened throughout the day and just go to sleep, forget it, try to forget it, and start all over anew. Falling asleep to me is like recharging, you know, ending the day, preparing for the next. The human body, in a way, is like a battery or a car that needs to be maintained and charged for the next day's activities. The body needs sleep. You know, those who don't sleep, you know, insomniacs tend to be overwhelmed with stress, you know, anxiety, depression. People who do not get sleep tend to not think clearly. You know, their cognitive function doesn't work properly. Dreaming dreaming is a very vast subject. I will probably make a video dedicated to that subject at a later date. But for now, we'll just condense it into a few words. Dreaming can be the mind's way of reinterpreting the images that one has witnessed or beheld throughout the day. Dreams can be a way of letting one know of what may happen in the future. They can be omens, so to speak. I myself have had several dreams about things that would transpire in the physical universe and have actually transpired in the physical universe. Dreaming can also be, as mentioned in the first section on waking up. Dreams can also be transition of consciousness. You know, a transcending from one plane of consciousness to another. Because you're still, the body is still awake. The body is still operating to a degree while you're asleep. And when you're not dreaming, there is that state, there is that period of time that goes by fast like that. You know, when you're not dreaming, you can't even conceive of anything. Because it passes by. Time passes by in the blink of an eye, like that. So in that aspect, when you're not dreaming, you're outside of the realm of time. You're outside of that dimension. You're transcending into another dimension. When you are dreaming, you enter another plane of consciousness. You see another set of images. You know, whatever those images may be. You know, you could espy a horse trotting down a path, and then growing wings, and then flying off into the sky, flying around the moon, circling back, and coming right back to you and saying, "You did a good job today. Tomorrow will be even better." You know, people have crazy dreams like that. Dreams that seemingly do not make sense, but do have meaning, in my opinion, do have meaning to a degree. Otherwise, those images would not be put forth. So there you have it. There is a brief, succinct view of the book, Breakfast with Socrates. So as you go throughout your day, consider the philosophical implications of existence, of breathing, being alive, waking up, starting your day, going about your day, doing your various activities, and then going to sleep at the end of the night, at the end of the day, or whatever time it is you normally go to sleep, in dreaming. Being awake is a philosophical complexity all in itself. Thank you for watching this video. Hope you enjoy it. Have a good day, or night, or whatever time it is where you are.